Hi, my name is Skylar Ramirez. Welcome to our meditation and mindfulness session today. On this day, our session is especially significant because it is our World Mental Health Awareness Day. So the three primary emotional dysregulations that can potentially affect our mental health are depression, anger, and anxiety. In today's meditation, let's work to address those challenging emotions in a way where we are able to transform that energy in such a way where we are able to unblock and maybe even move those energies out from our body so that we're able to feel better. Now, what is unique about depression is that it can often be anger that is stuffed down. It could be that it is that feeling of, I am not happy with the situation, and yet I feel I have no choice. So it's an energy that is trapped. It is really in bondage. There is an intimate connection between anger and depression. Oftentimes, depression can also be relative to living in the past. So it is trauma or experiences that are either unresolved or are stuffed down deep, and we don't feel safe to let them come up. Anxiety is interesting in that that is an emotion that has a little bit more of a busyness to it. And anxiety is something that is often relative to future or forward thinking. Now, something important to note is that there are always exceptions to these varying belief systems. In today's meditation, we are going to work on addressing those specific topics. How do we unblock the anger? How do we process it so that we can lift the heaviness of depression? And also, how do we calm our anxiety so that no matter what we're dealing with, depression, anger, anxiety, we're able to center ourselves and recalibrate the nervous system. Another thing to note, none of these are necessarily bad. In fact, this is all part of the human experience and all that there is to live through and to go through in our spectrum of emotions. Depression, anger, and anxiety are normal when it comes to the human experience. It's when we stay in any one of those emotions for too long and they become disease or they become harmful to us, that it's something that we often need to address professionally. So please join me. Let's begin in any seated position. Get comfortable. We're beginning with a mudra today, which is a simple hand gesture that has the potential to move onto pressure points by way of acupressure and hopefully to open and release any blocked energies. Start by taking your right hand on top of your left hand, and you're taking your thumbs and pushing the tips of the thumbs together, lifting the thumbs away from the palm and the rest of the fingers. You're making a small triangle. We're turning that triangle in towards our throat and bringing the thumbs just below the chin so that we're able to look down and look into that triangle. So starting here, we lower the chin, relax your head and neck, gaze into that triangle. Then at some point, allow your eyes to shut and still be able to see through the mind's eye through that triangle. Now, of course, if we hold this for very long, we'll notice tension building in the shoulders or in the throat, maybe even in the back. So we're not going to hold it very long, just maybe a minute while we work on breathing. Keeping the head bowed, our gaze from inside out is peering through that triangle. Soften your inhale, breathe in through the nose, and allow the breath to drop down into your belly. Maybe even let it move up through your ribs, up into the heart. It is possible to fully fill the lungs, embracing the expansion of the breath, and then exhale, relax your heart, pull in the side ribs, and relax your belly. Let's try this maybe just 3 more times. Again, just a minute holding the arms up. We're almost there. Breathe into the belly, through the ribs, lift the breath up into your chest. Maybe even feel the sternum lifting. Exhale, relax the heart, Relax the middle ribs and trunk of your body. Relax the low back and the belly. Maybe count the breath to pace it. Inhaling 1, 2, 3 at the heart, having the option to pause at the top of the breath, embracing the fullness of the breath. Then exhale, relax your heart, relax the ribs, relax the belly. Let's do just one more. Breathing in nice and slow in through the nose. Option to pause, exhale from your throat. Your mouth might want to open. Relax the jaw. Release the hands. Let the hands rest down beside you, palms facing up, shoulders relaxed away from the ears, bowing the chin enough so that an egg could roll off your head, feeling as if we're able to relieve any tension at the base of your skull, moving down into the neck and even behind your heart. From here, drawing in a breath, continuing to fully fill the lungs, breathing into the lowest parts of the lungs. We notice that the stomach gets full with this breath. The breath might stop at 2/3 of the way, moving up into the middle part of your torso. The breath might come up into the heart. Exhale, relax from the top down. As we continue to allow the lungs to fill in any natural organic way, start to slow down the exhale. Inhaling in through the nose. Exhale, slowing down the exhale. Encouraging the recruitment of a relaxation response with those long exhales. Whether we feel depressed, angry, or anxious, it's possible that the body just needs to relax. Let's slow down that exhale just a little more by pursing the lips as if we were going to blow bubbles. Inhaling big in through the nose. And now exhale. Inhaling again. And exhale. Couple more like this. Keep that rhythm, at least one more. Slowing down the exhale, imagining we're blowing bubbles so that we are puckering the lips and managing the pressure, the time, the effort of that exhalation. Relaxing with the breath, allowing the breath to be in the body, however it's going to reside and rhythmically pace itself. We're just going to allow it to be whatever it is. Sitting nice and tall, noticing any weight in the body, any heaviness in the shoulders, any heaviness in the hips. And as we inhale, perhaps imagining that we're able to lighten up a little bit, maybe even sitting just a little bit taller, pausing at the top of the breath, feeling for that sensation of expansion, noticing the way that the breath makes space by opening up the trunk of the body and opening the lungs. As we exhale, we let go of the breath, and maybe we start to feel a little heavy. So there is this heaviness in the hips. There is this connection from the tailbone, from the hips to the earth. And not only do we rest down into the earth, but in that heaviness, we notice that the earth rises up to meet us today. Inhaling, floating, rising up, perhaps even lengthening through the crown of the head, feeling that the spine lengthens with the inhale. And then exhale, maybe the shoulders drop down and maybe we sink just a little bit back into our seat, noticing not only are we sinking, but the earth is also shaping itself to us so that this support from the earth, it is constant, it is refined, and it is always here for us. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhale, sinking into that support. A couple more like this. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, sinking into support. Inhale, lengthening, staying lengthened through the spine. Begin to see in the base of the spine, maybe even in the pelvis, there's a red orb of light, a deep crimson red, and this energy expands out over the hips, into the low back, and forward into the pelvis, the thighs, down to the knees, perhaps even around the waistline and belly. As we inhale, watch as this light expands, opening up from the belly button down to the feet, out to the sides, 360 degrees of expansion with this energy. Exhale, notice that it contracts in, pulling into the spine. Inhaling, the light expands, opening, perhaps even unblocking energies, emotions that might be stuck in the hips and pelvis. It could even be relative to circulation of thoughts and ideas. And then exhale, this light contracts, it squeezes, just like squeezing a sponge to thoroughly rid the body of any other tensions or harmful energies that might be a little stubborn with coming up and out of the body. Inhaling, expansion to open. Exhaling, contraction to squeeze out any toxins. Notice on that squeeze on the exhale if there is any sense of an energy moving up, or maybe there's an energy that pushes down into the earth. Prana, or the life force, can move in a lot of different ways. Inhaling, tuning into the expansion. Exhale as we contract, noticing, is there energy coming up? Or is there energy dropping down? Letting go of any judgment in any movement of energies that we notice, just practicing awareness. Affirming to ourselves, I am safe. I have support. It is safe for me to feel. Should you notice that there is any resistance to this, maybe the mind itself pushes against this affirmation, simply acknowledge the resistance and know that that is common. It is common for there to be resistance when we are developing new patterns. Inhaling, expansion. Exhaling, letting go. I am safe. I am supported. It is safe for me to feel. Let's bring awareness to the energy between the belly button and the spine. Just maybe 2 inches up from this point, we're working with the solar plexus. In this space is a gold orb of light. As we inhale, watching as this gold orb of light moves up into the collarbones, across the shoulders, under the armpits. It's even pressing against the middle back and under the shoulder blades. Perhaps even feeling that the breath begins and ends in this place. Inhaling, sensing the expansion of the rib cage, energy pushing forward into the sternum and belly, pressing back under the shoulder blades. This energy expands 360 degrees in the body. As we inhale, open, perhaps even affirming, I am open. Take a moment and notice after the affirmation if there is any small voice, any word, any image, any memory that reveals itself to personalize this particular affirmation. I am open. Take a big breath in. What might the body, the mind, or the spirit be open to today? I am open to, exhale, letting go of old beliefs, letting go of harmful memories, letting go of old routines. I am open to a new way of living, another opinion, open to trying something new. The more open we are, the more we are able to spark a curious spirit, a catalyst for change. Bring awareness to the throat, keeping the chin bowed, seeing in the throat an orb of light, bright turquoise blue, large like an ostrich egg. This light expands, pressing down to the top of the heart, up through the crown of the head, out through the sides of the neck, head and face. Inhaling, sensing the expansion of this bright blue light. Exhaling, sensing its contraction, squeezing out any random thoughts, any extra thoughts that could come from overanalyzing or asking why. Inhaling, opening through the mind space, expanding consciousness. Exhaling, contracting, so we're able to squeeze out any thoughts, any beliefs. Maybe even inhale, open, exhale, squeezing out any thoughts that would lead to denial or illusions affecting our clear vision, our intuition and insight. Affirm here, I know what is right for me. I know what is right for me. Again, if we notice resistance, this is really common. Simply take a breath in. I am open to trusting myself and trusting the process. Taking in a breath. Exhale, let it go. Allowing a sigh of relief to let go of any anxieties relative to staying in the flow, staying in tune with the process. Take in a big breath and let it go again. The bigger the sigh of relief, the greater the potential to tap into that relaxation response. Let's try one more. I know what is right for me. I trust myself and I trust the process. In closing our meditation today, let's bring our hands together at the heart, our seal of physical reverence. From here, drawing in a deep, unifying breath. Exhale, centering mind, body, and spirit. When you're ready, open your eyes, wiggle your fingers, and let's just keep breathing. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.